Welcome to another special video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the historic snowfall event in the Bay Area hills back on February 24th, 2023. I'll start by showing you the general pattern and explaining what was going on. And then if I have time later, if I remember, I will show a video that I took at mid-mountain level. Mount Tamalpais was about 1,500 feet elevation, roughly, which rarely gets snow. Like, to get snow that low, down to 1,500 feet in the Bay Area, that's something that I think on average tends to happen maybe once every 10 or 20 years, even for some places. It was quite impressive. There was snowfall in parts of the East Bay Hills. There was snowfall in the Santa Cruz Mountains, Mount Hamilton near San Jose, of course, Mount Diablo, Mount St. Helena up in the Santa Rosa area, even the hills around Santa Rosa down to about 1,500 to 1,000 feet had snowfall. So it was a very impressive system. And what was causing that? Let's get into it. So there was a deep upper level low pressure system at the roughly the 18,000 foot level. So we're looking at pressure heights at 18,000 foot. Reanalysis for pressure heights at 18,000 feet at the 9 a.m. time frame on February 24th, 2023. We immediately noticed this big low pressure center sitting right deep, cold, upper low, sitting right off the Bay Area. And what we mean by cut off upper low is that it's cut off from the main flow of the jet stream. So the main flow of the jet stream in this scenario is up here. You see, these are the darker colors, and then it actually gets bright slightly brighter in here a little bit. There's this region, sorry, I didn't do a very good job with this, so I'm going to redraw it. I want to fix that. So, this is the flow of the jet stream, roughly. So there's this region here where the pressure, like around Seattle and Portland, where the pressure is actually starting to get a little higher, and then you have this deep area here where there's much lower pressure. That's a cutoff low, because it's cut off from the main flow of the jet stream. The polar jet stream is mainly up here. We have a subtropical jet stream down here. And then these actually merge over the center of the country in this scenario. And then of course, I might as well show you that we have this big ridge of high pressure on the other hand. 597 decameter, 5973, that's, the 3 is a decimal, so 597 decameter high. That's really impressive. Even if this were summer, this would be impressive. And mind you, this is February. We have a very strong high pressure center over the southeastern United States here. So this is a big warm air mass for this area, these areas over here. And then this is a big cold. Well, it's generally cold up here in general, but it's especially cold near this deep low here. So this deep low, right off of the California coast, it's way lower than usual. This is a 524 decameter upper level low. We don't get lows that deep and that cold. I'm just going to show you the temperature soon. We don't get that often in the Bay Area. If you look at the temperature of that low pressure center, this is around -40. You see that, and that -35 line stretching all the way into parts of the Bay Area. -40 Celsius at the 500 millibar, roughly 18,000 foot level. That's quite cold for the Bay Area's latitude right there. So that's a really cold air mass. That's why it got cold enough to snow down to essentially 1,500 feet. So if I show you now significant weather, you see this blue for snow. This is much lower than you usually see it. And the pink, that's a rain-snow mix. You see you have, this isn't very good resolution, so this isn't super accurate, but you can see in this that low snow. These areas here, I'm just going to use red to show where there is snow mixing into the precipitation, and this indicates places like Mount Hamilton in the Bay Area. Although, because I said the resolution is not very good, so it's not really showing, but we actually did have snow in the Santa Cruz Mountains. We did have snow on Mount Diablo. We did have snow on Mount Tam. So, you know, this doesn't show the full picture. Now, let's talk about the moisture part, because cold air by itself isn't enough. You need to have a moisture tap as well. And we certainly had that. I'm going to show you. We had winds out of the south at the in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Show you the winds at the 30,000 foot level. I mean, look at that. That's just the perfect recipe for snow right there. You have this pocket, this deep pocket of cold air. So you have pretty cold air extending, as I showed you on the other map, all the way into parts of the Bay Area. And you have moisture. Look at all this moisture. Look at this southwest wind flow. That's bringing moisture from the subtropical Pacific straight in to this cold air. That's how you get snow. You're bringing in a bunch of moisture right into this cold air, and you get that snow. So now I'm going to show a quick video of the snow that I captured on Mount Tamalpais back on February 24th, 2023, almost 2 years ago to this day. So enjoy that, and then we will close the video from there.